One of the most beloved aspects of fighting games is their crossovers. In regards to just Capcom, they've crossed over with the likes of SNK, Marvel, Tekken, and even Tatsunoko. Capcom loved embracing their characters alongside other iconic characters in fiction. They were even willing to hire the competition, as around the mark of the millennium, not the game of course, SNK was going bankrupt, and a sizable portion of their staff migrated to Capcom. Capcom reached a height that they never truly took advantage of, as the team's most ambitious projects were cancelled. Capcom vs SNK 3, as I've covered in a previous video, was silently swept under the rug. However, there was one game that the team developed that could have changed the course of Capcom fighters: Capcom Fighting AllStars. For those of you who have been subscribed to me for a while, you may have heard of that title before. It's a title that many people often overlook. The game's innovations could have driven Capcom fighters in a new direction. This would be the first high-profile 3D fighter made in-house at Capcom, as well as the first 3D crossover game for the company. This game predates Street Fighter 4 by 5 years. So, how does this relate to Mortal Kombat? Simple. I didn't notice this until just recently when I went back to watch the few gameplay videos out there that exist, but the game featured cinematic finishers. Hey, I hope you don't mind me cutting in here. If you liked the video so far, make sure to subscribe for more content like this. With their leap into 3D, I wouldn't be surprised if the development team took inspiration from one of the most popular 3D fighters out there. People often ask, how would fatalities work for the Street Fighter cast? That simple question has ruined arguments, and for some people, ruined hopes and dreams for such a thing to exist. In a world where Capcom Fighting AllStars exist, we may not need to imagine such a thing. With a glimpse of what Capcom have done with their games since then, we may be able to theorize just how it could happen. Let's all imagine that Capcom Fighting AllStars released a positive reception from fans and critics alike. Capcom finds themselves satisfied with the success and wants to evolve the gameplay formula for future releases. Like Capcom's other titles, this one garners the attention of Midway Games. Seeing as Capcom is in a transitional phase, attributed by their willingness to collaborate with different companies, they see it as a great opportunity to collaborate. Due to the existence of Capcom Fighting AllStars and its success within the timeline, there would be no need for Capcom Fighting Jam to ever exist. The potential crossover between Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat would also predate the release of Mortal Kombat vs DC Universe. Being that it usually takes a minimum of 2 years to develop a game, and a longer period of time in general for 3D fighters due to the three-dimensional spaces, the game would most likely release sometime in 2006 or 2007. It wouldn't make much sense to release a game like Street Fighter Cross Mortal Kombat on a console that's on its way out. Considering that logic, the game would most likely release in the first year window of the next generation of consoles. There's still the issue of implementing the iconic Street Fighter cast into the bloody environment of Mortal Kombat. Luckily, there's a simple answer for this as well. Returning to reality, let's look to Street Fighter Cross Tekken for the solution we need. In that game, they introduced a plot element called Pandora's Box. This box was capable of tainting even the purest of souls, transforming them into ravaged beasts. I feel like they would do something similar to explain why the Street Fighter cast would be so violent. The very existence of this game, coupled with the fact that it would be one of the first fighting games to kick off the next generation, would print money faster than either companies could count. And the rest would be history. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed the content, check out my video on Capcom vs SNK 3 and why it was cancelled. You'll love it.